Steak and hungry for kill. Just give me a big helping of mini hooktails. Batten down the hatches, we're about to set sail on another adventure. Mini hooktails. Ain't hungry for steaks, ain't hungry for kill. But give me a big helping of mini hooktails. Batten down the hatches, we're about to set sail on another adventure. Mini hooktails. Steak, kill, big helping, mini hooktails. Hatches, set sail, mini hooktails.
Practice spaces. We've had a lot of those. Started in the garage in Monticello, and then eventually we moved down to the big open basement, which was nice because we had all kinds of room down there.
We've had quite a few practice spaces over the years. We had JJ's house in Monticello, the duplex right on the Mississippi River, and of course that lasted until the cops started getting called by the neighbors, but it always have a place in my heart because it was our first one. And downstairs, his two oldest daughters now running around as little kids. It was always a good time.
After that, I think the next place we went to was when Terry was staying at the courts.
Another practice space that we had was at Ghostly's house, and it was upstairs in Ghostly's house. And that was always interesting because there was always a party going on, so we always had an audience. But that was about the smallest space that we ever practiced in. We literally had to kind of jostle ourselves around, and we always had drunk people running into it, so it made things interesting at least.
We didn't stay at the courts for very long because eventually Terry met this girl, and then we started practicing at her mom's house on Sunday mornings when her mom and her grandma were at church.
We did Sarah's mom's place for a while, which is kind of weird because it was up in a suburban neighborhood.
And that's actually where we lost our first bass player, Rory Mavercamp.
Terry's house out in Buffalo.
Terry started renting a little house on the Ellison farm, and we practiced in several places in that place.
And that was an interesting one because the neighbors would always walk in because the neighbors rented the place to Terry, and so they felt it was their right to walk into the house during the middle of practice, and they were always drunk and giving us shit. Like, did you know that Terry can't play bass, apparently?
We first started at the landing at the bottom of the steps, and then moved into the big open basement, and then at some point we were upstairs in the little bedroom, and then we even played in the kitchen at some point.
We had Terry's house out on Lake Sarah. That was our last one, and that was a great place because you could go out on the dock in between practice, in between sets, and go out and sit on the lake, and that was always an enjoyable place, and we never had any issues with cops being called there. It was isolated enough.
He got this place out in Loretto, right on Lake Sarah, and this place was dope as fuck. One level, big ass deck, long ass dock, and a room just for band practice. It was perfect. I mean, we'd be watching Cash Cab, we'd be watching Junior Chef. Well, I mean, one night we even watched, Saddam Hussein get hung.
We've had a variety of cool spots to play in.